Aurora, tell me then, when did you first pick up a controller?
I think I was around 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I played a lot of World of Warcraft back then, and I really enjoyed it.
What was it about World of Warcraft that drew you in?
Well, mostly the fantasy aspect of it. I just thought it was really, really, really fun. And it was, it's this whole world of adventure, but at the same time, it felt really predictable and controllable and safe, I guess, because I found the real world very boring, I remember, when I was 13, or I didn't find enough stimuli around me in people or in, and gaming really, really helped to find something interesting and also the connection you get with people online. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's really a beautiful game. I'm a high elf, of course.
Of course. Can you remember what your early experiences of in World of Warcraft? When you first venture into Stormwind and you first go to those places, it's magical, isn't it?
It was just so nice to realize how you can have this whole other life, your own life within your life, and you can basically be 100 different lives within your one. It makes me feel so incredibly safe and like I'm having the best time. I'm very happy that I found gaming, and that gaming found me.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because you're breaking through into the world of the big world of music now, and you're getting played on big stations here in the UK, like in Radio 1, and international fame and stardom is sort of awaiting you soon around the corner, Aurora, no doubt. But there's a generation now of artists like you who have been inspired by games growing up. And do you think that you can hear that in the type of music that is becoming popular?
Well, yeah, I think I can. Especially because you hear you can hear the difference between the music that's being played on like FIFA or Call of Duty. No.
Is it Grand Theft Auto's always got a good soundtrack, and Forza?
Very. And you can very much hear the different energy, I guess, in the music that's being used. I've been on FIFA, surprisingly, which is very odd, in 2015, I think. So it's a long time ago. But yeah, I feel like I can hear it because music is way more electronical now. And it's kind of like the humans from Earth learned how to make music with tools from like this other world, which is very cool and amazing.
And do you feel, you've talked a few times about feeling safe playing games, that there's something that you go to give you a warm hug? I think you described it as earlier. There's obviously a lot of discussion sometimes about gaming and some of the toxic behaviours that people see online, but for you it's actually the opposite of that.
Well, I feel like I see a lot of toxic behavior in real life as well, even more devastating than I see in the gaming world, I would say. So therefore, I would assume that the toxic behavior isn't necessarily because of the fact that it's online or in the gaming world, but more because it's just people. And sometimes people, whoever they are, bring with them a toxicity. But often gaming feels very safe. And I would definitely say for me, it felt very amazing to have the gaming world as kind of a safe place to go to.
Yeah.
I found the world very confusing, and I still do, but I understand a lot now. But I found it really hard to connect and understand things around me when I was small. So for me, it was a very, very important thing.
Do you think those experiences, your early experiences with gaming, has any of that sort of influenced or inspired the music that you've then gone on to make?
Well, obviously, a lot of the games I've played takes place in nature, which I adore and love, and is quite like magical. And I guess I write quite magically about things, or I'm very into, this making a feeling of your own universe and own world with no boundaries, so I'm very inspired by that. But also I think what gaming has influenced me mostly within the music is kind of the purpose of it. My biggest mission, I feel, is to create the same safety for people out there who need it, because the gaming world have also shown me a lot of other people's stories, and it's introduced me to a big online community of people who are having a really hard time in this world and this life. So it's definitely shown me and inspired me a lot, or taken a huge part in that, that I really want to make music for those people who need it the most.
Just to pick up on something interesting you said earlier on, in terms of, you think that, there's a lot of reliance on sort of electronic music at the moment, certainly in terms of, in popular culture. And this sort of, you think it sort of correlates with the fact that gaming has become such a more part of our lives. We're so used to sort of electronic sounds, I guess.
Yeah, we are. And, obviously I'm both, as all of us, both amazed and afraid of what this is doing to us. But I feel like people are very quick to assume like the bad sides with the gaming, that it's kind of non-social. They think, but it's really social if you play online with people, and you can even talk to each other. Like it's more social than people think.
Yeah.
But also, I guess that that you're not active or out there living in the real world. But it's like, I don't know. I think gaming is amazing. Because for some people, the real world isn't the best. And then it's amazing to have gaming. It's really wonderful. And we are, of course, we are about to become real slaves of technology, or I guess we've been for a while. But I'm way more afraid of Instagram and Facebook than I am of gaming.
Yeah. So what's next for you, Aurora? What have you got going on at the moment, music-wise? What are you doing?
Well, I just made a little child. I made an album, like a music baby, and it's coming out in January next year, which is very exciting.
Yeah, very soon as well.
Yeah, very soon, I know. It's called The Gods We Can Touch, and you can work with that title as you please. But yeah, it's going to be a very exciting year. I'm very excited in both what's happening in the real world and what I'm going to do, what adventures I'm going to do in my gaming world as well. I'm excited for the future. And also, the game I'm working with. That's very exciting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll look forward to finding out when that is, what it is. And one day it'll drop and I'll be like, oh, that's what she was talking about.
Yes.